3 reasons you shouldn't need to go to church right now on The Bearded Prophet. Hey folks, what's up? Adam here. And I think most Christians would commonly say that you need to go to church, or I need to go to church to hear the word, because they're going to preach the word and I got to hear the word. Well, guess what, folks? That's your responsibility. You should be reading the word, hearing the word, feeding yourself with the word 7 days a week. You shouldn't be so spiritually famished that the only time you hear the word is when you're at church. And folks, we have no excuse. In our modern world, you can pull up preaching and teaching on, YouTube or videos, podcasts, anytime you want. Most or all of us have a Bible. You can also read it online, like YouVersion. You're responsible for feeding yourself on the word, and churches need to do a better job of that, teaching believers how to feed themselves and not be dependent on the church. Now, there is a place for preaching. I'll get into that, but that's not the main reason you should be going to church. You should be hearing the word on your own. Second reason is worship. Most Christians, I need to go to get lost in worship, to sing with other believers and, hear the beautiful songs and the worship team and all that. And yeah, it's beautiful, it's powerful. But folks, you should be singing your own song. Your own heart should be flowing with worship 24/7. You don't have to go to a church or even a prayer room to worship God. It should be part of your life. And guess what else is worship? The way you treat your family, the way you do your job, the way you interact with others. That's an act of worship too. The way you give, the way you serve, the way you love. So while, sung worship is powerful and beautiful, it's not a core reason to go to church. The third reason is prayer. I need to go to church so I can pray with other believers or receive prayer. And those are good things. But again, Paul says, pray without ceasing. We're supposed to be praying all the time and talking to God. This dialogue should never cease. Now, yes, there's power in praying with others, praying for others, or being prayed for by others. And I believe in those things. But again, we shouldn't be so spiritually famished that the only time we pray is at church. Now, the good reasons to go to church are to interact over the word. So you share your gift, or hey, I'm learning this in the Bible this week, and someone else is like, wow, I'm learning that, and you sharpen each other. Participatory church. That's where it should be. The worship, the same kind of thing. Paul says each one of you has a song. This person has this song from their heart. It should be sharing from your heart. It's not wrong to have a worship team or a worship band, but we need to democratize it. And then prayer, the same kind of thing. The ministry of believer to believer, which in most churches only happens like at the end, or, well, if you're really needy, you can go in the back and get prayer or come up front. But really, we're supposed to be praying for each other. Well, how do we do that? If we're in each other's lives, we know what we're going through and what's really happening, we're empowered to do that. That happens in smaller house church, participatory style settings. Food for thought. Love to hear your comments. See you again soon.